Good morning, students. Welcome you all in virtual learning class of English. Students, uh, in the previous sessions, we have seen grammar part, creative writing, descriptive and narrative essays. But now, as I said, today we are going to learn literature. We are going to start our next second chapter from Honeycomb. That is chapter 2nd. Okay, so before starting the chapter, I will give you introduction of the chapter. So everyone, including me also, everyone likes gifts. Am I right? Yes, and that gifts should be very important, that gift should be very interesting, gift should be attractive. So the chapter which we are going to learn, the name of the chapter is A Gift of Chappals by Vasanta Surya. Now you will think, oh, how chappals can be gift? Am I right? But here is a mystery. And one more thing. Finding the perfect present or any card greeting for your friends, any family member, it will be the difficult task, right? To choose that particular gift from that particular gift shoppy. And if suppose that particular person is very special for us, best friend will be there, mom or dad will be there, so it will be the difficult task to choose a perfect gift. But through this lesson, we are going to learn how chappal can be gift for someone. So before that, to introduce the chapter, I would like to tell you one story. So shall we start story? Yes, here we go. So students, what happened? How? Why everyone should help to each other? Are you agree with me? Yes, we should help to each other. And the story is related to the helping hand. Okay, so once upon a time, what happened? A father was working in his garden. Okay, his child was with him and trying his best to impress his father by performing minor works as directed by his father. The father saw a stone in the garden near his son and asked him to remove it. We will plant a nice plant there instead. Remove that stone, and instead of that stone we will plant a nice plant over there. Father said. The child tried to move the stone, but it did not move. He declared aloud that he could not move it. It is not his cup of tea. I can't. The father was at a distance, and so he replied aloud, try again. Use all your means to remove it. Father replied, and the child used all his might and still could not dislodge the stone. So he started to cry aloud. The father ran to him and pacified him. I told you to use all your means, didn't I? He asked. Yes, that time father told him, try your all means try your all power to remove all that heavy stone, but the child was didn't get it. What is the means of whole power? Whole means. So child replied, "Yes, I tried my best," replied the crying child. "But you forgot about me, my dear. You could have sought my help. Why didn't you include me in your means?" Means here means it can be a asset. It can be a useful thing, useful person. It can be included. The child was enlightened. Working along with father, he could easily move the large stone and plant a new plant in its place. Yes. So now you will get it, students. This happens to all of us, most probably. When we fail in an action, we feel depressed and we dejected. We couldn't think much more around the world. We may forgot God, His infinite strength. We must seek His help. Always we should trust on Him, and He is sure to help us if our action suits His plan for us. Whatever, if suppose we will try our best, then He will help us. If we will not try, we just see it, we just think, no, He cannot help. We should do, we should give our best. Without God, we are zeros. With God, we are heroes. Okay, so that was the story. And at the end of the chapter, you have to send me moral of the story. Okay, in the feedback box, you are supposed to send moral of that particular story. And before starting the lesson, I will tell you few things. Okay, in your English CW, I know first unit we have completed. I sent you already PDFs, and you have to complete that lesson number 1, the 3 questions, and poem The Squirrel. Complete that exercises, and after that, before starting this second chapter, Gift of Chapel, you have to write down which story you learnt, and no need to write whole story, only write down moral of that particular story. And then you are supposed to start word meanings, which I am going to give you. Okay, so before starting the chapter, we will go through few characteristics of author. The author. So author is Leo Tolstoy. And students, pardon, Vasanta Surya is the author, and he worked near about 80 literary work. And his genre, his types, biographies, fiction, poetry, and psychological fiction. He worked in that genre. As a translator, as an author, he worked. And this lesson particular, Gift of Chapel, is from the children's story, that is Mridyu in Madras. So, introduction of the lesson. Basically, it is from the children's world, and their spontaneity and imagination, ability to see contradictions in normal behavior, and moving acts of charity. means they always try to help. While covering sections and subsections of the text focus on situations in which children see themselves. Okay, so there are basically two parts of this chapter. This story is about the mischievous and simplicity of children's behavior. They wish to explore every aspect but act according to their own logic. They gave chappals to the beggar and then to the music teacher. Without hesitation, their sensitive heart melts easily. Okay, so now who are playing in that particular chapter? So we are going to go through that characters. So there are few characters. So first one is Mridu, a young girl growing up in Madras. Tapi, Mridu's grandmother. Tatha, Mridu's grandfather. Drukumani, Mridu's aunt. Lali, Ravi and Meena. They are Mridu's cousins. Mahendran, name given to a small kitten. The story is woven around a small kitten and that kitten's name is given Mahendran. And music master. Lali's music teacher. Okay. So these are word meanings. So you can take out screenshot of this word meaning and afterward you can complete it in your CW. Okay. Now here we go. So Mridu is a young girl growing up in Madras, now called Chennai, with Tapi, her grandmother, and Tatha, her grandfather. One afternoon, Tapi takes her to her aunt Rukumani's house to meet her cousins Lali, Ravi, and Meena. Okay, here we go. A gift of chappals. Smiling Rukumani to open the Ravi door, and Ravi and Meena rushed out. And Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. Wait, let me take off my slippers, protested Mridu. She set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Those were grey, actually, with dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks of the two big toes were long and scrawny. So, they were at the now Rukumani's house. And suddenly what happened? Ravi and Meena were visited by Mridu. And she left her slippers at the gate with pair of slippers, which is old and very completely covered with dust. And she observed that chappals over there that was completely marked of every toe on the front part of the each slipper. We use when we use slippers continuously, that mark of toe footprints we can found on the slipper. That mark of two big toes were long and scrawny, means thin, very weedy. Okay, so Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi was very excited to show something to the Mridu. So she cannot observe the chappals completely, whose sleepers were there, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard behind a thick bitterberry bush. There, inside a torn football lane with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. Oh, what she found over there? Then Ravi took her to the backyard behind thick bitterberry bush. Okay, so bush, small plants were there, and at the backyard, and that kitten sat a kitten in a torn football sipping milk from a coconut shell. There was a torn football, old football which was torn, and they gave that kitten milk in the coconut shell. We found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and mewing. Poor thing. Oh, what Ravi said? We found that kitten morning only outside of the gate, and that's why we take that kitten here in the backyard. Next. Oh, oh, and Meena say, oh, it's a secret. Amma says Pati will leave for our Paddu Mama house if she knows we have a cat. So Meena said, oh, don't tell to anyone. It's a secret. So they secretly kept the kitten as it might annoy their grandmother. And Ravi commented on double standard of elders. So he added that it was difficult for him to manage milk for Mahindran the kitten. So yes, if definitely a kitten will be there, that kitten wants milk to drink. So Ravi replied that people are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream. Now, Ravi was in a little bit confused mind. He said, people are always telling us to be kind to animals. All the elders are saying, oh, don't kill animals, don't beat them. But when we are, they scream, they scold us, they screech us. Oh, don't bring the dirty creature here. Like that, elders are saying, like that, people are saying, said Ravi. Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Pati saw me with a glass in my hand just now. I told her, I'm very hungry, I want to drink it. But the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scent. Oh, now students, listen what happened. Na? Uh, they want to be that particular kitten secret, but it was a difficult task for them. So Ravi said that it was very difficult to bring the milk for the kitten from the kitchen. Why? Because Pati saw me with a glass of milk, and I replied that I was hungry. I'm very hungry. That's why I want to drink little bit milk from that particular tumbler. Tumbler means utensil to use to drink any liquid, water, milk, anything else. So it was a very difficult task to manage the milk for that particular kitten. Oh, now what happened? Let's see. I had to drink most of it, threw her off the scent. Then she wanted the tumbler back. Pati Pati, I will wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble? I will do all my work. You don't worry about that. I told her I had to run and pour the milk into this coconut shell and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she got really suspicious. Oh, before Pati will doubt on me, Pati will search any doubtful towards me. Before that, I have to wash the tumbler, I have to wash that particular utensil, and I have to keep it on the particular place. Now we have to think of some other way to feed the Mahendran. Now he replied Mahendran. So Mridu was surprised. Mahendran? This little kitty's name is Mahendran? Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty cat name. Actually, his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Punai, MP Punai. For short, if you like. His name is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane. And you know what the emblem of the ancient Pallava king was? Don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu, and Mridu giggled. So he replied that it is a story behind that particular name of the kitten. He told that the kitten is descendant of Pallava lion and the emblem of Pallava dynasty, which he had seen at Mahabalipuram. So, actually, his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Punai, MP Punai. You can tell in short MP Punai. Who said? Ravi said. His fine breed of cat. Breed means a particular caste, we can say, or a kind, type. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane. So, Punai means, in Tamil, Punai means cat. So, Mahendran compared to a lion and believed to be descendant of Rishi cat from Egypt. Okay, so that reference Ravi gave here. And because of that, they found mystery in that particular name. Think I'm joking? Well, just wait, I will show you something. It's clear. You don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram? Have you? He said mysteriously. Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his tathas, and etc. etc. The fact is, Mahendran here is a descendant from that very same ancient cat, a close relative, scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion, the Pallava lion emblem of Pallava dynasty. Ravi went on walking around the beetle bush, waving the twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. This cat is a descendant of none other than the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. He was giving all the explanation regarding the cat. He loved that cat, and if I may just remind you, they worshipped cats in ancient Egypt. So he was replied all the things, he gave all the information, how in Mahabalipuram he saw all that things, and it belongs from that particular Rishi cat from the Egypt. And that's why he want to give all the information. So, and again he further added that it was a descendant of Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And he kept on adding the cats are worshipped in ancient Egypt. He had admiration of himself during the conversation. Then They heard screeching sound of violin played by Lali, who had not learned it properly. Now let's see the next character, Lali. What happened with the Lali? How he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mrudu exchanged looked looks. What does that have to do with anything? Mrudu demanded. Ah, I'm telling you, this cat is descendant from Egyptian cat. God. No, goddesses. Bastet. Yeah, that's it. So, well, one of the descendant of the cat goddesses was a stowaway. Stowaway means someone who hide himself or herself in a ship or an aircraft to travel unnoticed. So, that was a stowaway in one of the Pallava ship. So, and his descendant was a Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, whose descendant is, and etc. etc. All the things Ravi was telling to them. Ravi flourished his twig at the Mahendran. MP Punai here. Oof, ick. He shrieked, very pleased with himself. So he called someone. He screamed towards someone, very pleased with himself. Mahendran looked up, alarmed. He just been sharpening his claws on the edges the coconut shell. Now here a description of Mahendran, description of kitten, how his claws were very sharp, but worse than Ravi's awful. Oh, it was a screech from the window. What a weird sound! If Mrudu was startled, MP Punai was frightened out of his wits. Hair starting on end, he bounced up and scurried towards a bamboo tray on red chilies that had been set off to dry. Trying to hide beneath it, he tipped a few chilies over himself. Meow! He howled miserably. Now, what happened? Here, a little bit comic scene explained. What happened? Just I said here, introduction of new character, that is Lali. And due to all that kittens incident, Bidu forgot Lali. Where is Lali and what she is doing and all. So suddenly what happened? She heard sound and in an abnormal position. Oh, what happened? Something going wrong. And a noise came out and they thought, oh, what happened? In the backyard, some red chilies were there, kept over there for drying. And suddenly, when Mahendran heard that noise, Kitten heard that noise, that Kitten was also frightened. And the screeching went on and on. What's that noise? Said Mrudu. Oh, what's that noise? Nobody can realize, nobody can um, realize all that things was happening over there. That's Lali learning to play a violin, granted Ravi. So all were helplessly, very in a sorrow mood, very sad mood. Miserably means in a sorrow, sad, helplessly. They were telling. Ravi said, "Oh, no one is there. That's Lali learning to play the violin. That's it. Nothing else. No need to frighten. Don't worry." And he replied that, "Oh, oh, what is going to happen? She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train whizzing on and on. So he gave example here. The comic scene continues. No, Lali wants to learn violin, but what happened? She can't. Who is the music master over there? They both are in a wheezing on and on like they are going to slip from one's track. While Lali all the time darling going completely off track. Yes, means just now she started to learn, but now we can imagine how they are going, how she is not able to play that violin. They are going completely off track. They are not able to, she is not able to play that violin properly. Okay, fine. Here, a first part end. So, second part, before moving to a second part, we will just go through comprehension check. Okay, so I hope you understood the first part. You are supposed to write all the word meanings in your CW. Okay, and then now we will discuss question answers comprehension part 1 from this chapter. Here we go. Okay, now you understood whole story up to the part 1. Now tell me, students, what is the secret that Meena shares with Mridu in the backyard? Can you tell me? Yes, I know you can guess it. So the secret, what was the secret? Yes. A kitten inside a torn football filled with sand was hidden behind a thick berry bush in the backyard. This was the secret that Meena shared with Mridu. That was the question. That was the answer. Now, why we are going through all the questions and answer before moving towards part second, you will be cleared all the things, you will be cleared all your doubts from part 1. Then you can easily learn part 2. Second question, how does Ravi get milk for the kitten? So I will explain you answer. So after that, in rough notebook, you can, I'm going to provide you all the PDF of solutions of the all the question answer. But for your study, you should note down, you should write down answers in your own words. Try it in your own words. So answer will be Ravi got milk for the kitten from the kitchen when his grandmother saw him holding the glass of milk. He told her that he was hungry. In order to avoid suspicion, he had to even drink most of the milk. Am I right? You have to milk. You have to drink all the milk. When she asked for the tumbler, he told her that he would wash it himself. Then he ran and poured milk into the coconut shell. Before his grandmother could get really suspicious, he ran back to the kitchen and washed the tumbler and put it back. Fine. Question number 3. Who does he say the kitten's ancestors are? Do you believe him? Yes, now recall the story, what name he has given, and all. So, Ravi said that one of the descendants of the Egyptian cat goddesses was a stowaway in Pallava ship. He made a story over there, right? The descendant of this cat was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, and their kitten had descended from the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. His narrative concerning the genealogy of the kitten is unbelievable. Okay. So now, fourth question. Ravi has a lot to say about MP Punai. This shows that here four options are given. You have to choose correct one. A, first one. He is merely trying to impress Mridu. His knowledge of history is sound, is good. He has a rich imagination. He is an intelligent child. Can you guess what will be the answer? Yes, Ravi has a lot to say about MP Punai. This shows that he has a rich imagination. Okay, now fifth one. What was the noise that startled Mridu and frightened Mahendran? Now, just now, at the last part, we have seen that comic scene. Recall that comic scene. What was it? So, the noise that startled Mridu and frightened Mahendran was unusual sound. Yes, which sound? A creech. Kreech. Creech. This screeching was actually Lali's attempts at learning to play a violin. So, this was the part 1. Hope you understood it. Try to recall, read part 1 twice, learn word meanings, try to pronounce it, and try to learn meanings as well. In the next session, we are going to learn part 2. Okay, till that, take care, stay home, and thank you so much.